Hi! I wanted to try and make an Instagram TV, IGTV video, and we wanted to do this for a few weeks, but I haven't really found a topic that I wanted to talk about. But I just saw a movie, and I think it's a really good way to make my first video on IGTV. So I'm gonna talk about this movie for a little bit because I mean, my suspicions were correct from what I had heard about it, but they were just like confirmed and I'm mad about it, essentially. Okay, so the movie I went to go see tonight is called Uchiage Hanabi, or Fireworks, and I won these tickets through a giveaway through Otakon, so that was like really cool. But I'm a little bit glad that I didn't pay for these tickets because the movie like wasn't great. So I knew that I seen a review, I think it was like Joey the Anime Man did a review on this like a few months ago, and he did not like it, but I decided, like, I entered the giveaway on a whim. I didn't think I was gonna win. I was just like, I'm bored, I'm gonna do this. So yeah, I didn't really expect to win, but I won, so might as well just go see the movie. So I knew there were mixed reviews on it, so I knew that going in, but I did go in with an open mind because a lot of the times things that people don't like I end up really liking, so I wanted to go in with an open mind and see for myself about this movie, and the mixed reviews are not wrong. So essentially this movie is about, it's hard to even describe what this movie is even about. It's like a time travel movie, and it's about this kid, and he's like essentially trying to save this other girl in his class, and there's a lot of time travel, and it's really kind of confusing what happens. I think the whole theme of the movie, I think it's about like the what ifs in life and about like choosing your own destiny, but that wasn't, I figured out like it's about like what if this could happen. I knew it was about that, but like I had to do some research online because I had no idea what this movie was supposed to be about, but I did read somebody who was like, oh, it's about choosing your own destiny, and that does make sense. I don't know if that is the like theme that the directors were going for, but that's kind of what it came out as. But the thing that I don't like about this movie is that it is trying too hard to be something it is not. This movie has one of the same producers as Your Name, or Kimi no Nawa, and this movie is trying to be Your Name. Like, that's what it is. It's trying to be the next Your Name, and it is not. It is by far nowhere even near Your Name, and I don't think there's going to be anything that's like Your Name for a while. So there was that problem where you can obviously see that this movie is trying to be Your Name, and it is clearly not. The movie is done by, the animation studio behind it is Studio Shaft, which has a pretty good reputation for really good animation, and I found the animation to be super inconsistent in this movie. It was all over the place. There was a lot of like random CGI that kind of like bad CGI that kind of threw you off a little bit, and I was just kind of like, oh, what was that? It was very quick, but it didn't blend seamlessly within the rest of the animation, and it seemed like a lot of the focus on the animation was kind of like up close shots, or like shots that are supposed to be atmospheric, but then the rest of it was like not great and inconsistent, and it seemed like an anime that is like airing on TV where they don't have enough budget, so it's like the animation is weird. And I feel like for a big movie like this, from a big name producer, from a big studio, something that has been like produced to try and be a success, should have had more consistent animation. There were definitely like high points in it. There was a lot of like surrealism in this movie, and a lot of like fireworks imagery. It's a big thing in the movie, but all that was really good. A lot of the the surrealist stuff, and especially a lot of the fireworks animation was very, very good, and there were parts of this movie that looked fantastic, but I think overall it was inconsistent, and that was a little bit annoying to watch. So yeah, also I have like notes here. So this movie is about time travel, so that is already going to be confusing. It's very, very hard to make a time travel movie and make a good time travel movie. And I think the thing that story is lacking is motivation and like a clear goal. So you don't really understand the motivation behind these characters. There's nothing built on them. They're just kind of like there. You don't know what they're about. They just kind of seem like apathetic high schoolers, and the main girl seemed like she had a bit more of a backstory and a bit more motivation to do what she was trying to do, but you only get like flashes of that. And the main male character, you don't get any of that. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he wants. He just kind of seems like he's going along for the ride, and that wasn't great. I just didn't understand what he wanted out of the story, or what his goal was, or even who he was. And when I watch a movie, I want to know who these characters are. That was just something that was not made clear at all. So along with the confusing story with the time travel, you're kind of left with these characters who have no direction really, except for maybe the main girl. But I feel like there could have been so much more. There was a family dynamic there that I feel like was underdeveloped and not really paid attention to the way it should have been. So that kind of sucked. And I do want to say another positive thing about this movie is the voice acting and the sound and the music, all very good. There are a lot of really good famous voice actors in here. I think Suda Masaki was a voice in this movie. I think he was the main male character. Miyano Maburo was like the secondary male character, and Suzu Hirose was the main female character. So that was like, the voice acting was superb. It was great. Sometimes I felt like the main male character, his voice was a little more grown up than his age, because they weren't even 16, but he sounded like a man at some points. So I feel like maybe his voice did sound a little bit too old for his character, but you know, that's a little thing. The music was really good. The main song for this is like fantastic. I love it. I am going to go listen to that song a million times now. So that was really great. All of the sound design sounded really, really cool. I really, really liked that. But yeah, I think mostly the negatives outweigh the positives in this movie, and if you're thinking about seeing it, I wouldn't really recommend it. Oh, another thing about this movie is I think it's based off of something. It's like not an original work, and I don't know what form it takes. I know there was a music video type thing, but I don't know if that was taken from some other medium. So I need to do a bit more research on that to kind of find what the original story is from. But yeah, I hate to say it, but I would not recommend going see this movie in the movie theater. I would wait for it to come out on some sort of streaming service like Crunchyroll or Netflix or Amazon or Hulu or wherever it comes out, or like if you can rent it or something like that. I wouldn't go to the movie theater to go and see this. I don't feel like it's a movie that really excelled on the big screen. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Uchiage Hanabi. Let me know if you've seen this movie and you want to talk about it, kind of talk about the non-existent confusing themes of this movie. But yeah, I just had to get all of that out. I was thinking about making this a YouTube video. Maybe I will eventually, but I wanted to try it out here. So yeah, that's it. Bye!